I don't really remember a time before having to manage diabetes. I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when I was 4 years old. They told me that I was going to have to do this for the rest of my life.
It was a huge unknown. We had no idea what we were going to be facing. We would be constantly checking her blood sugar. If her numbers are too high or too low, she could have a seizure or go into a coma. We were scared, but we didn't want it to stop her from doing anything that she wanted to do.
As I got into middle school, that's where my love of sports kind of started. But exercise will bring your blood sugar way down.
We had to watch what she was going to eat so that you know how to dose her insulin.
We both got really good at math.
I would go and sit at every single basketball practice, pacing up and down the court, trying to get her to check her numbers.
We thought we counted it perfectly, and suddenly your blood sugar is just tanking on you. I was going really high and then going really low. We were on a roller coaster. I just wanted to play basketball, but there was a million things running through my mind.
I know it's been hard for Jordan. She can't just go and do whatever she'd like to do without thinking about this. I had heard about continuous glucose monitoring and Dexcom. Once she tried it, it was such a help to all of us.
The Dexcom is a small wearable device that sends my numbers to my phone and a receiver. Checks my glucose readings every 5 minutes on a graph, and it also tells me which direction they're headed and how quickly or slowly they're headed that direction. Instead of doing damage control, now I'm making decisions real time based off of what my body's doing. Knowing my numbers all day is basically like having a game plan set in motion, so I'm able to go out and not think about it and just glance in the numbers right there.
Now that she's going to be going off to college away from home, it's very nerve-wracking for me as a mom.
I share my numbers with my parents, and they can see the same graph and the same information that I'm getting. Sometimes I can see my graph going awry, and I know that any minute I'm going to get a text from my mom asking, "What did you eat? What did you do?"
It makes us feel a lot more comfortable, no matter how far away she is. I mean, you always worry, for sure, but this is the most sleep I've had since she was 4 years old.
I have way more control over my numbers and my life. I designed my first tattoo. It means I'm greater than the highs and the lows. I feel more confident in my decisions, and I can just hang out and not think about it for a little while and be a normal person.